Drilling holes in tiles, especially new tiles, can be a little bit scary if you don't know the proper techniques and the ways to do it. So today we're going to look at how to drill holes in tiles without cracking them, and we're going to look at the different tools that you need to get the job done properly. So the first thing we're going to do is mark the tile so we know where to drill it. The best thing to use to mark tiles is one of these tile markers. This is an ox pencil with a tile marker insert. I'll put a link down below to all the handy tools in this video anyway, so you'll know where to grab one. And all I'm going to do is make a little mark through the hole so that I know where I want to drill. Of course, tile markers are a lot better than a pencil. All I'm going to do is put a little cross there. Now, as a beginner, a cross is better than a little mark. It'll make sense to you why that cross is better than a small mark in the next step. So we've got a mark, we know where to drill, and there's a few things we need. Of course, the first thing we need is a drill. Now, this drill has hammer action. You can see there, it's got the hammer symbol, and you always want to make sure that your drill is not on hammer. If it is, it's liable to crack the tile, and that is what we don't want. We never want to put any vibration or undue pressure through the tile because that is liable to crack it. Now, we've got lots of different drill bit options. If we look at this one here first, this is a very common type of drill bit that people use. This is a carbide tip drill bit, and people use these quite commonly for drilling holes in tiles. Now, they're very good, they're quite quick at going through tiles, but I would recommend from experience that you only use these on ceramic tiles, not hard porcelain. They will blunt very quickly if you use these on a porcelain tile. Now, these are diamond cutters. If we get this one out of the packet, this is a 6mm diamond cutter, and you can see it's got lots of little bits of diamond in the tip there, and it has a wax insert. So the wax is for dry drilling. It'll keep the diamond lubricated so that it provides longevity for the drill bit and lubricates the cut to make it easier to cut through the tile. Now, these are very expensive. They're around £20 per drill bit, and a lot of people say that they only get 4, 5, 6 holes from each one. Now, if we only got 4, 5, 6 holes from each one, that'd work out quite expensive. So if you look here, this is an old one. Now, this old one here this has probably done 30 holes, and there's a little trick to keeping them sharp, and that is water. The trick is to keep your drill bit cooled down and lubricated as you drill through that tile, and these things will last at least twice as long as if you were to use them dry. So what we're going to do now is look at the two ways that we can pass this through the tile. Now, what I like to do is lean my battery. You'll notice there I lean the battery just on the wall, and that gives me a fixed point to drill against. Now, you want gentle pressure, and you want to just steady that drill bit with your hand. And what that's going to do is create an indentation so the drill bit doesn't move around. If we start square to the wall, what's going to happen is that drill's going to move around and we're going to scratch the tile up. And you'll notice I've got the drill bit just underneath my mark. And we're going to start off slow. And you can see I'm steadying the drill with my hand so that it can't bounce around. And you can see that by doing that, that's created a little kind of half moon indentation on the tile. So our drill bit now can't bounce around. Keep that drill bit lubricated, move it up with very gentle pressure until we're through the glaze. Once we're through the glaze, the drill bit can't skip around, and we're perfectly on the mark. But there's another way, and possibly an easier way, to do that first step, and that's by using a guide like this one here. This is a suction guide, and it's got lots of different sizes on there for diamond drill bits. So what we're going to do is fix this to the tile and use that as a guide, and that'll stop you having to do that little tipping action, because that does require a little bit of practice. So what you'll find with these is that sometimes they fall off. They're not the best suckers. I will put a link to these in the description so you can grab yourself one. Before I do that though, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because you don't want to miss future content, and hit like because that helps us to reach more people on YouTube. Right, let's get this sucked onto the wall and get this hole drilled. Now I'm going to speed this up because you're going to get bored. It's probably going to take a couple of minutes to get through an 8mm porcelain tile. Continue to apply gentle pressure. The drill bit can't skip around anymore, and we can pass through the tile. And you'll notice that as soon as we pass through the porcelain tile itself, I stopped. I pulled that drill bit out. And that's because what we don't want to do is blunt the drill bit. If we go into brick or block or whatever, the other side of that hole, we could blunt our drill bit, and because these are expensive, like I said, we want to preserve the life of them. I've just got one of these Bosch Pro masonry drill bits. Again, it's a hex shank one because they're just very good. And of course, this being a 6mm tile cutter, we want to follow it with a 6mm masonry drill bit. Make sure you're using the same size drill bit as your cutter. So we're going to finish drilling the hole with this, but we're not done yet. We want to have a look at that other type of drill bit. So now looking at our carbide tipped drill bit, really for hard ceramic, not something I'd normally use for porcelain, but let's see how we do with it. The one key benefit with these carbide tip bits is you don't have to do that angle or a guide. It will just make its own indentation in the glaze so that you can pass through nice and quickly without having to worry about that drill bit skipping around. So let's give it a go. I'm just keeping the drill nice and straight and applying some steady pressure. And the footage you're seeing here is sped up, but it's certainly no quicker than the diamond tipped bit. And I'll show you the comparison of how quick and easy a ceramic bit goes through a ceramic tile. Now, I haven't sped this piece of footage up, so you are getting a true reflection of how quick it does go through a ceramic tile. So you can see the difference. They go through ceramic tiles really easy, really quickly. So my advice, stick to these bits on ceramics and stick with the diamond hole cutters on hard porcelain. Now, to drill holes in tiles, well, you're gonna need tools to do it. Now, this video is sponsored by my new website, Ultimate Tool Competitions, where we're gonna give you guys the opportunity to win tools from the best tool brands in the world. In just the first few weeks alone, we're giving away Makita stuff, Milwaukee stuff, DeWalt stuff, and so much more. And you guys are going to want to get your names in the hat first. So there's a link down below in the description. Head over to that link, get signed up for the early bird offers, and you can get your names in the hat first to win some of this stuff. I'll see you over there. And now we can fix whatever we want to a tiled wall. I hope this one's helped you. If it has, hit one of these because they're bound to help as well. I'll see you guys in the next one.